Welcome, finance professionals. In this video, I will be talking you through part 2 of my Goldman Sachs CV. Now, my Goldman Sachs CV is, of course, the CV I used to secure myself a job at Goldman Sachs, and I'll talk you through various sections of it. In part 1 of this video series, which I've already made, I talk you through the start of my CV. This is talking you through the middle of my CV, and then part 3 will talk you through the end of my CV. So let's get started with this part 2 of this video series. My name is Economics Ethan. I've worked at top investment banks for over 10 years. I've worked at Goldman Sachs for a significant amount of time and a few other European investment banks. I've also interviewed successfully at JP Morgan, Citigroup, and Credit Suisse. Have a look at this quick disclaimer before we move on. Here are some quick notes before I talk you through the middle of my CV. I have worked at Goldman Sachs, of course, on the trading floor in the sales and trading division, and this job was secured by this CV. However, this CV is not written directly by Goldman Sachs or endorsed by them. And in this 3-part video series, I'll be talking you through my CV, completely produced by myself and was used to secure a role at Goldman Sachs. It's not linked to them in terms of being endorsed by them in any way. Now, the education section is what we're going to talk through in this video mainly. I'm going to tell you why I've structured it this way and what skills are needed typically to get a role at Goldman Sachs or any other top investment bank. Or to be honest, any other top financial firm, even outside investment banking. Maybe you're applying for hedge funds or private equity. This will still be useful. So I've summarized here my education section. It includes some of the professional qualifications I completed around financial regulation, securities, derivatives, and so on, my university studies within economics at LSE, and some of my secondary school education. So we're going to go through it in this video in a lot more detail. Now, starting with this, my education section starts with the most recent qualifications I've completed. I studied some professional qualifications, which I'd recommend you do to get the attention of top banks such as Goldman Sachs. You would mention that, of course, you studied whatever is the relevant professional qualification to you in your career. In this case, it would be studying regulation and various other financial products like securities, derivatives. In your case, it could be foreign exchange markets, commodities, things like that. So find out what type of finance niche you're pursuing and complete some professional qualifications on the weekend in addition to your university studies or your particular career. Now we're going to go through all the other sections in a moment. Just a reminder, if you can, click like, leave a comment, click subscribe, click the bell to stay notified. And this will help support the content of Economics Ethan and help you get more free content and stay notified when the new videos are released. Now moving on. So what else do I mention in my education section of my CV? I mentioned that I am studying or have studied a degree at London School of Economics. It includes an economics-based degree where I got a 2-1 upper second class honours, including a first dissertation. And I briefly described what skills I developed here. I didn't keep it too high level. I could have simply skipped these types of description I've put here. But what does it really add to my CV? It's showing that what type of skills did I develop that are relevant to the jobs I'm applying for. I have some mathematical skills from this course, essay writing, report writing skills, financial research skills, and analytical skills. And these are all relevant to the job. So it's good to summarize your studies in a few sentences so it stands out to the recruiter. You didn't simply just learn economics, you did a lot more than that. You learned some relevant practical work skills. So describe the skills you developed and relate these to the job application you're applying for. Now, what else do I mention on my CV? I also talk about my college and secondary school experience. So in this case, given this is quite older experience, I wouldn't recommend you add a few sentences describing each subject. That would be a bit excessive. Just simply list the grades and subjects and any other relevant details if it helps. So you'd list the subjects as I've listed here, Mention any other additional details that might be relevant that I haven't included here. For example, if you got top grades in a particular subject, mention that here. If you volunteered maybe as part of a debate team or you worked on the maths competition, things like that, small things like that you might want to mention in a line or two in terms of your secondary school experience, but you don't need to go into incredible detail on every little thing you learn as it's quite old experience. The most important thing is what I mentioned earlier for your university degree, to include a bit of detail there. Now, I am here to let you know my CV Resume Masterclass is ready and it's been released. It's a masterclass you can access as an online course. You can learn through all the tips and tricks I've used for over 10 years to secure job roles at top investment banks like Goldman Sachs and many other European investment banks and other American investment banks actually. And also I have, successfully secured interviews going up to the final round in hedge funds, private equity, asset managers, management consultancies, cryptocurrency firms, and I include all over 50 examples of top CVs in the course, so feel free to sign up for that, and this will really help you boost your CV and your career prospects. I also offer a service where I'll write your CV for you, or your LinkedIn profile, or your cover letter. I also offer a paid for career advice service where in one-to-one sessions, I will help you plan your career, develop your skills, and overcome your career challenges. If you're still not sure, I offer a free 15-minute call. I'll talk you through any of the questions you have about these courses or services, or where you are in your career and how I can best help you to take your career to the next level. Thanks for listening. I hope you found this video helpful. Check out the playlist on your screen right now for more great free content, or the links in description when you're ready to take your career to the next level. See you in the next video.